And as Santa Barbara, with a role to play in this movement from the 1969 oil disaster which tarnished our shores, we felt it was imperative to send a message of support and solidarity to our brothers and sisters on the East Coast after that disaster. And we did that, and we rallied, and we sent money, we sent resources, we sent our good vibrations, because good vibrations are important. And that's what we're here about today. We are here now, 5 years later, ironically, on our own shores, dealing with the same issue. The beach and the community that sparked the environmental movement 46 years ago, we're back, and we are here, and unfortunately, we're not here out of a good situation. We're here out of a sad, sad situation. And it is sad more than anything else. It's sad that we continue to rely on this polluting technology that we've grown accustomed to, but it has tarnished our environment, it has tarnished our health. So we are here not to focus on the bad, we're here to focus on the positive, and to say that we can make the switch to clean energy. We need a clean energy future, right? That's what we're talking about. So we are going to start here today at City Hall with some speakers that I will announce. And after we get out of here, we're going to walk down State Street, foot power or bike power. We're going to get to West Beach, and we're going to form a line at the water's edge. I was like, the cops are already busting us? Damn, we just got started.
We're busting you, not busting you.
Now, Dave, this is my own partner in crime here. What's going on? So after the ambulances go by, we're going to go to the beach, we're going to form a line in the sand, we're going to be met by our friends at Channel Islands Outfitters, who are going to bring a floating armada of peaceful people with us to meet our line in the sand. So with that as the backdrop, let's get started, and then we're going to move and we'll give some more instruction after our speakers. First thing I need to do, though, is I want to acknowledge the nonprofit community that has rallied behind us, that is supporting Stand in the Sand, and I'd like us to give them a round of applause after I get through the list, because there are many. The Sierra Club, the Community Environmental Council, the Environmental Defense Center, Heal the Ocean, the Santa Barbara Bowl Foundation, 350.org, the Lucidity Festival, Save the Mermaids, Gaviota Coast Conservancy, Sprout Up, 1% for the Planet, Explore Ecology, the World Business Academy, the Ocean Conservancy, the Fund for Santa Barbara, Food and Water Watch, the Naples Coalition, and the Environmental Affairs Board at UCSB. Give it up! That is a powerhouse of community right there. That is what it's all about. It's bringing all of us together for the right cause at the right place and time. I'd like to introduce our speakers. I don't need this list anymore. All right, first things first, I'd like to welcome to the stage our Mayor Helene Schneider. She will open up this procession. Also joining her on stage are Bendy White and Greg Hart, members of the City Council. And Kathy Murillo.
So many of you here today at De La Guerra Plaza. This is a place where the people gather to speak up, stand up, and speak out, both inside and in City Hall. Got it? We've seen the horrible images at the Refugio oil spill. It's still a shocking sight. There's black covered rocks, the saturated soil, a strong smell still permeates the air. We're learning more and more about the impacts in areas that are hard to see, like in the kelp beds underwater and on the ocean floor. We've seen this before. The 1969 oil spill in the Santa Barbara Channel, the 1989 Exxon Valdez spill in Alaska, and in 2010 in the Gulf of Mexico. And the reality is that under the status quo, we will see more spills in the future. But we're here because we want to see another alternative. We're here because we want to get ourselves to a place that's less reliant on oil and more reliant on new, clean, and renewable technologies that do not put our precious and fragile coastline in places of risk. And the reality is, without the people standing up, without the political will, we will continue to see these images throughout the world again and again and again. Will we let that happen? No! our addiction to fossil fuels. We are the home of Earth Day, one of the largest Earth Day festivals in the nation. Our own city has a record of getting things done, moving towards a sustainable future. About a quarter of our electricity use comes from renewable sources. GHG emissions from the city facilities and fleet are down 10% lower than 1990 emissions. Through a new fuel cell, we're converting both the methane gas from your shit and fats, oils, and grease left in, excuse my language, and fats, oils, and grease left in our restaurants into electricity that powers the plant. We just recommissioned our hydroelectric water plant that will power about 200 homes a year. The City Council passed its Climate Action Plan in 2012. We installed 8 electric vehicle charging stations in public parking lots, and we led the charge and adopted a single-use plastic bag ban throughout the city that can be used in other local regions. Today, when I stand in the sand from you, when our council stands in the sand with you and many others watching from afar, I can see another world. I see a world where cities' infrastructure makes it as easy for people to get safely around using public transportation, accessible sidewalks and bike lanes, just as easy as it is to get around in a car. Can you see that world? Yeah. I see a world where our homes and businesses are powered by the sun and the wind, and where solar-powered electric vehicle stations exist everywhere, so people can drive on sunshine instead of fossil fuels. Can you see that world? I see a world where local workers can make a living wage right here in Santa Barbara County in an industry that promotes renewable energy. Can you see that world? I see a world where the majority of our food comes from local farms, our food scraps turned into compost to create soil that goes back in the earth, and we create a cradle-to-cradle food economy. Can you see that world? I see a world where every drop of fresh water that comes to us is used twice by expanding our recycled water facilities, recharging our ground basins and runoff using permeable pavers. Can you see that world? Let's be the change we want to see. Let's change the world towards a renewable, clean, and sustainable future. Now's the time to accelerate our actions. Now think globally, act locally. Together, we stand in the sand. Together, we will leverage our vision that will make it easier for others to join our journey. Thank you all for being here. Stand in the sand together.
All right, give it up for Mayor Helene Schneider and members of the City Council. You know, an important thing just came up. I forgot to mention that we are powered, this stage, on sunshine right now. Thank you, John Mui, for helping us with that. And one more reminder, this is a positive message. This is a positive rally. We're going to keep it positive all the time. If we encounter friends along the way that think otherwise, that's all right. We got our own message going on here, and we're going to push the good change and the good future. I'd like to invite County Board of Supervisors, Salud Carbajal and Janet Wolf, to the stage.